no, is that all you get? Hello and welcome back. Roger, he's in the shed, so he's not helping today. But I want to talk you through a couple of things I'm going to be covering today. So what I'm going to be doing is planting some more seeds. It's quite late in the day, so I'm starting this about, is it nearly 4:30, something like that, at 5 o'clock. What I'll be doing is using some of this Coir Compost. So it's the Coco and Coir brand, and so this is a 20 litre bag, but if you add the water to it, it should expand to 75 litres, I think. Yes, so this one was, I think it was $15.99 on Amazon. I know I should be mixing it with some other things like perlite and vermiculite, or it's just too much to buy at the moment. So this is in my budget, just the Coir, and I just want to see how it goes growing the seeds just straight into that. Because when you buy some of these little kits, that's the only time I've had experience really with this. I had a chili kit, and that actually worked quite well. The chilies did come up, but I think the problem was I didn't have anywhere to sort of transfer them to, which is what I need, and they kind of just died off. But they did come along really well at the time, so I think it is a good starting base for seedlings. So yes, I'm going to be trying this one today, and I won't be doing the whole lot because it's quite a big bag to, I mean, if I was to lug 75 litres, you know, I lug a 50 litre bag around, but that would be really hard. So it's quite nice that it's you know, pretty small and compact and easy to store as well, really. That's another thing, especially when you're limited for space. The other thing I'm going to be covering later on is that I filmed it yesterday. I planted 2 cherry trees, and they went in the front of the garden, so that's something else I'll be covering as well. But for now, I'm just going to start off with expanding this Coir. Right, the only thing about when you buy a bag like this, because I think sometimes you can get them and they're in individual little blocks, which is probably quite handy, because when you want a certain amount, you know exactly the amount of water that you want, whereas with this it would probably fill a wheelbarrow, and then I'd know exactly how much water to add, but I don't want to do the whole lot at once. And I'll give you a little look. It's like a big compacted, hang on. Yes, there's a big compacted brick there. I'm going to try and saw this and then see how we go. So this is what I'm going to be putting it into my flexi tub. And what have I got? I've got an old fizzy bottle to add the mixture. So I know I've got 2 litres there, because I says, is it 20 litres of water to add with it? So we'll see how we go. Don't do it like this, whatever you do. I'm doing... Oh, hang on, maybe some of this will chunk away. Oh, hang on, I might see if I can break some of it off in bits and get it in there. The rest of it's too compact. Right, let's see if I can go through it at all. Okay, 10 hours later. Oh, the sound is going through my ears. Right, hang on. This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it, actually? This is a disaster. Hang on. Right, if you're struggling with your Coir to separate, I thought sawing was the way to go. But the sound of that was like, it's like nails going down a chalkboard. So I wouldn't advise that. Plus, I wasn't getting very far. So get a what do you call it? Oh, what do you call that? It's like a filler thing, isn't it? It's what you apply your filler with. And I'm using a hammer now. That's definitely a more successful way of breaking it apart, because I don't really want to use the whole lot in one go. I want to do it in sections, so... What have I done there? That is definitely the way to do it if anyone is struggling. So it does actually say that when you do it all, that it takes about 20 minutes to expand, and it does say to use hotter water. I don't know about hot water, but I think because I filled that up with cold water, what I'm going to go do now is do about 10 litres of warm water from the tap. So I'm going to do a couple of journeys back and forward, and then we'll see how it goes. Right, so here's the first 2 litres going in. So I've gone to get some warm water for this. This is the third one. You can see it's slowly expanding there. And that will make it about 10 litres, because I think I'm sure I split it up evenly. Now this is time to get, oh, it's heavy. It's gone heavy now, see, and I can feel it breaking up nicely. So I was just reading the bag properly, which I hadn't done, and it says feed, no need to, hang on, my hair's all, right, it says, no need to feed the plants anytime soon. This compost contains controlled release NPK fertilizer, which will feed your plants for 6 months. For 6 months, fertilizer only starts being released once wet, so you can be sure how much feed you have left. Right, so this is a 6-month feed in this one, because I know a lot of the coir, I think some of it doesn't come with any feed, so that's a good thing. As you can see, that's sort of expanded quite a bit now, isn't it? Compared to when you think the amount that it was originally, and now it's turned into this amount. It's quite impressive. Look, there's the consistency of it. Oh, look, nice shot of the light, the evening light, before we lose it. And I think these are the ones that have been successful with me. So the Thompson & Morgan, the king size navy blue, sweet pea. So I've got some of them still soaking inside, and I was going to try them because I've noticed, I think the pots that the tray that I used, it was a bit too shallow. So I'm going to try a couple of these square ones to start these ones off to see if there's an improvement. So I'm going to fill some of these up now. It's already cooled down, the compost. I bought a couple of pot noodles to do a taste test video on our other channel, and so with these being left over, I thought they're really good strong containers, and so I'm going to cut them up and use them as labels. Basically, I've got a Sharpie somewhere. King size navy blue, that's what I need to write. So this was half the packet that I used before, and so those ones, I'm sure it's those. If they flower now and I realise none of them are this bluey purpley colour, I'll know that it was the child's mix of the Little Growers Unwins one, but for some reason I'm sure it wasn't those. So I've just been soaking these again for probably more than an hour. I think the water was a bit warm actually, so yeah, I'm going to try 3 of these in one of these pots to start with. Pop that stick in there, so those look, oh yeah, and so just a light cover up on those. I won't pat those down too much. These with the nasturtium salmon baby. So I'm going to pat some more on top. It's cherry tomato sweet million, and it says February to May. I am on, yes. Sow seeds thinly in trays of moist seed compost and lightly cover with a little more compost. So, oh my goodness, you're kidding me. No, stop it. No, is that all you get? It's a good, oh my goodness, and it is. I literally, how many, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds in that packet for the Unwin's Little Growers, and that says £2.49 on it. Literally 7 minuscule, hang on, that was it. That is all I've had from that packet. I hope that's some kind of mistake, because that's terrible value for money. I know I had them half price, but even then, I'm sure I'm better off getting the variety of tomato from buying it fresh in the salad department in the supermarket and having a go doing it that way, if that's the case. I'm really disappointed in that. I've even only filled half of the tray with that. That is not very good, is it? So I'm going to do another label for that one. So we've got echinacea here. Now that's something I haven't actually grown before, and that does say February, does it say February to April in trays. So I'm going to do this one. That's got a little tag. Well, this feels a lot fuller. So let's have a look at this. So this one, I've kind of, can you see how much I've spaced them there? So I'm going to cover that loosely with soil as well. The mimosa, now this is one of my favourites, the sensitive plant. Oh crikey. I did buy that last year in like September or something, but the date on the back of that says December 24. It's only just gone. So I think I shall try some of those. A lot of seeds in this one. That's one of the ones I'm most excited to do because they're so much fun when you press them and they start to close up. So I'll try these good eater next. They look really pretty, don't they? And that one, yeah. Yeah, it's a fair amount of seeds in that one. I mean, they're so tiny, but focus, yes. As you can see, it's not as tiny as 7 tiny little seeds. Okay, I just need to cover those, and then I'll take these indoors and water them inside. Right, so as you can see this is where I've got them in the front window, and I've actually transplanted 3 of them now into some of the coir pots there because they look a bit straggly to me, and the roots, if I show you the root, a bit dry, you can see how long the root is. This is a bit too shallow really, so it does need the depth for the root. So maybe that is the salmon baby nasturtium, and for some reason that's like curling up. That one seems healthier, but I should really transfer those as well into the other compost because doesn't seem to be doing very well. This looks very dry at the moment as well, but you can see it sort of got mouldy, didn't it? Not too sure what's going on. If anyone knows, please give me some advice because I don't want to lose them. I do want some nice plants to put out in the garden. I'm going to be planting 2 cherry trees in the front garden. So the variety is Stella, and these were bought in Tesco's, and there was, I think they're £7 each, yes that's right, and there was an offer for 2 for £12. So what I'm going to do next is to dig a couple of holes here in the front garden and add some bloodfish and bone, and then I'll take you on my little journey of tree planting. What I am going to do once I've opened them up is soak the roots for a little bit in a bucket of rainwater here. So yeah, let's get opening first. These have been in the bags for about a week. There's not much earth that comes with them, so yeah, it's all fallen. Oh dear, that was I thought that was going to be attached to it, but it's not. That's kind of fallen off, so we've only got this much root to play with, which isn't that much. So let's get that soaking for now. So Tesco sell a variety of fruit trees for apples, pears. I've had some Victoria plums a couple of years ago. I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've put those in pots and they haven't had any fruit at the moment. So I'm hoping by putting these in the ground, I'll have a bit more success. Right, that one looks a little bit better than the other one. So I'm going to give them a bit of a soaking there. So we've dug a hole over the other side, and now I think we've gone about 4 or 5 meters away from the other one. So it's kind of near the middling border. So I think this will be the best. It's about a metre away from the border that side as well. So we're just going to dig another hole here for the other tree. Just going to cut off the cable tie because we don't want that on there. We've dug both our holes. The ground was nice and soft because it rained all day yesterday. So at least now it'll be easy to fill it in. So that'll be the next job. This one's got a bigger root than the other one. The other one's pretty small root. And I think if we have it this way, yeah, we'll do it that way and start filling it in. Right, for the rest of the water that they were soaking in, I'm going to give them each half of this bucket to have a little drink as well. We've put one of the trees here, and as you can see, it's not too far from the rhododendron. We've got a lot of foxgloves on the way as well, so that's one place. The next one is over here in front of the hydrangea bush. It's just a matter of waiting to see if this will be a little bit more successful, to see if we get some cherries. It might take a couple of years again. So thanks again for joining me on this little update to the garden and seeds and planting some of the trees. So they will be, as the weather's starting to get a bit nicer now, it's more enjoyable to come out to the garden. I'm not like freezing and ooh, the table's falling apart. I'm not needing to wear massive huge gloves or anything. So thank you and take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye now. Ow, my finger! Come on.